Today we're doing the D-Class Impaler. This is the test of the test drives video. Now, I won't be using the test drives track today. We're just going to be using Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, the D-Class Impaler LX, it is a muscle car, obviously, but the car performs pretty well. I like the way it turns, I like the way it handles. Overall, I still wouldn't recommend this car though, because the car is still considered a muscle car, and I'm not really a huge fan of muscle cars, so maybe avoid this one. But if you guys like it, you guys can get it. Let's move on to the next one. So if I was a betting man, I'd say my friend would want to buy this car because it now has a convertible roof thing. See? Anyway, the car is the D-Class Virgo ZX. You guys know this car well, and I know this car because I quite like it as well. Anyway guys, so I guess let's move on to the test drive. Like I said, this is the D-Class Virgo ZX convertibles, and it's also a muscle car. Let's do it. Okay, the car handles well, it looks incredible. I'm not gonna lie. And it also has a convertible roof thing. I'm not gonna lie, all good points are towards this car. I actually would recommend this. This car ain't that bad. So yeah, I would actually recommend it. Let's move on to the next one. One more thing about this car, I think this car should be an HSW vehicle. It just looks good enough to be one. Okay, so this is the Karen Vive. Anyway, let's just check this thing out. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I do like this car. I don't think this car performs bad, and braking, turning, handling is good, but this car just has one little flaw. It's slow. It's actually quite slow. So I guess if you worry about the slowness of the car, maybe don't get this one. But if you're more like me and you don't care about that, you just care about the looks, I would get it, because I like the look of this car, I'm not gonna lie. But let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna try something different here. As you know, I'm not at the airport yet. But I'm gonna try testing it on those bridges over there, instead of just test driving it, you know, at the airport, because I can't do one thing at the airport and one thing only. Anyway, this is the Vapid LUTN. I can't pronounce it for the life of me, but let's just test drive it out, eh? See how it goes. Okay, so as you can clearly see, I'm not the greatest driver in the world. I was just trying to see if I could avoid all those cars and see how I go. Anyway, I'll be honest, I'm not as much of a fan of the looks of this one compared to the other SUV we just did. And I think the only thing that's putting me off really is that big tall, the open roof. And it's only because, well, it looks like you could actually poke your head out through that, if you know what I mean. And I know that might sound cool and all, but you obviously can't, but it's too big. I think it looks too big. The other one was a bit smaller, but this one's too big in my opinion. Anyway, other than that, I'm gonna say no to the looks actually for once. So no, I would not recommend it. But the performance for an SUV, it's not terrible. So I guess if you want performance and stuff, that would be that would be good. So yeah, so for performance, yes. Looks, no. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now we've got the Dominator GT. Let's test drive this thing out, eh? And by let's think this thing also has a convertible roof, so I guess that's a bonus feature. Let's move on to the test drive. Okay, so the Dominator GT, not a bad car, and I honestly would recommend it. It looks well, it performs well, everything about this car is good, so yes, I would recommend this car. And I know I don't usually talk about muscle cars like that, but yeah, I'd actually recommend this car. Okay, so we've got the Karin Hot Ring Everon, and it's a sports car. Let's test drive this thing out. Guys, I honestly would recommend this car. It looks ridiculous, I know, but I do recommend this car because I actually got this car. I put it in the 50 car garage, so it's definitely got the looks, and it's probably got the performance too, but I don't know. But overall, yeah, I would recommend it. So let's move on to the next one. Now we've got the Vapid Dominator GTX. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it does have great turning. I really like the turning on this car, that's why I was really testing it out. Performance, it's good, and looks, I like the look of the car. I bet you guys do too. But anyway, would I recommend it? Yeah, I probably would recommend this car actually. Let's move on to the next one. Fathom FR36. I hope I pronounced that right, but I think this might be a new car. I'm not gonna lie, this car kinda resembled the Paragon R to me a little bit. I can't remember. Anyway, here's a picture of it on the screen. That's another car that it reminds you of. Anyway, let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so I have no idea if this is a new car or not, but I do like the look and I do like the performance, so yes, I would recommend it. I just have no idea what the price is, so let's move on to the next car. Now we have the Monroy. Let's test drive this thing out. This is the prize ride this week. Okay, so the Monroy, it looks okay. I'm not a huge fan of this look, but I don't mind it as well. I probably would buy it, but there'd be a high chance I wouldn't. Performance, it's okay. I don't mind the performance, and the turning, it could be a tiny bit better. I think the turning could be a little bit better with this one. Yeah. So overall, would I recommend it? I guess make this one of your last purchases, or try and win it from the prize right. I guess make it your last priority, okay? Okay, guys, so this is the Grotti Turismo Omgomio. I can't pronounce it for the life of me, okay? But let's just test drive this thing out. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed, guys. performs. And I don't know if I said this already, but I literally bought this car just to test drive it. So I'm going to put out a video later on this week, maybe, upgrading this car. And I also bought another one, which you'll see in a minute. But let's talk about this car for a sec. Okay, so the car, it looks incredible. It looks incredible. And it will probably look even better if I upgrade it. It performs well, it handles well. Everything about the car I just like about it. So I guess let's move on to the next car. And the next car that I bought for you guys, so we can test drive that car. And these are the luxury vehicles, by the way. New car added into the game. There's more than just this, but I'm just going to do these two cars for you. This is also considered a luxury vehicle. I don't know why, but this is called the Karen Ashtope? Ashtope? Ashnope. Ashrope. I really don't know. I'm trying my best to pronounce these words, but hopefully one of them was right. Anyway, let's just try this thing out. Okay, so for a sedan car, it's not terrible. I don't know, it's just another car to me. I think this car could look good when it's upgraded, so I guess I'm looking forward to test drive upgrading this one for you, so be on the lookout for this one as well. Performance is good, tuning is good, everything about this car is good, so I'd say go for it. But don't make this a main priority, because it's not, like, amazing. It's just, to me, it's just another car. You know, just another ordinary car, but I don't hate the look of it, okay? I'm not trying to sound down and give this car bad praise for what it is. I just think this is just another ordinary car. So, I guess, let's move on to the last car of the day. Okay, so for the last car of the day, we have the Chevrolet Taycan. Finally got a car right. This is the podium vehicle this week, so let's move on to the test drive. Okay guys, so I actually would recommend this car. Try and win it from the podium, but I'm not. Okay, the reason why I'm not going to try and win it is because I'm just too damn lazy. I don't want to win this car. I'm not going to win this car because I'm too lazy. If I had to choose between buying it and winning it, I'd probably choose buy it, because I can't be asked spending hours and hours spinning from a lucky wheel. yeah, I'm not gonna win it. But you guys can. It's a free car, so definitely go for it if you guys want to go for it. Now, I wanted to say one thing about the DLC that just dropped. I actually kind of like those missions. I think they're worth making money, and you can get quite a bit solo, you know? So I think that business is actually really profitable. It kind of reminds me of the auto shop jobs a bit, you know? But it's a little different, you know? It's very similar to the auto shop jobs, but it's a little different, you know? Anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.